You earn a decent living and try to be responsible with your spending. Yet, at the end of the month, you likely find yourself staring at your bank account balance, wondering exactly where your wealth leaked away. This frustration stems from a violation of fungibility, the truth that every dollar is identical and interchangeable. But human biology rejects this logic. We run parallel emotional ledgers, assigning different rules and weights based on the mental bucket they occupy. This cognitive default is known as mental accounting. It is a documented, measurable phenomenon, so robust that psychologist Richard Thaler won the 2017 Nobel Prize in Economics for proving its existence. Every human brain runs this default mental software, a universal cognitive vulnerability that quietly costs individuals thousands of dollars over their lifetimes. This begins with the bonus trap, driven by a deep psychological divide between how we treat salary and how we treat windfalls. We view salary as earned and serious, while tax refunds or cash gifts feel like found money. This bar chart shows the quantitative damage. Research proves that our savings rate for windfall payments is drastically lower than the rate we apply to regular salary, despite the dollars being mathematically identical. This leads to the most common and expensive mental accounting error in personal finance, the parallel account illusion. Looking at this side-by-side ledger, the penalty is clear. Maintaining $3,000 in a savings account earning a 4% yield while carrying $3,000 in credit card debt at 22% creates a bleeding net loss of $45 every single month. Our emotional labels override the math. The savings account is categorized as an untouchable future promise, while the debt is quarantined as a past mistake. These labels obscure the fact that the two accounts are part of the same pool. Quarantining money into these emotional silos forces us to pay heavy financial penalties just to maintain a feeling of psychological safety. This tendency extends to how we perceive risk through the house money effect. When an investment of $10,000 grows to $15,000, we often view the original stake as real money, while the $5,000 in gains feels like disposable market money. This grants false permission to take catastrophic risks. The investor becomes blind to the reality that they are risking 100% of their actual current net worth. While our internal biology creates these traps, the abstraction premium reveals how corporate infrastructure is actively weaponizing them. MIT auction experiments proved that changing the payment method from cash to credit cards directly forces people to bid up to twice as much for the exact same item. This abstraction ladder shows the design at work. Every step away from physical cash toward contactless taps and invisible subscriptions deliberately reduces the psychological pain of payment and subsequently inflates spending volume. The entire modern consumer landscape, casino chips, gift cards, and buy now, pay later schemes, is explicitly engineered to push consumers up this ladder to maximize transaction volume. Most financial guilt is the result of interacting with an adversarial system specifically built to exploit your evolutionary wiring. These 5 traps trigger because we allow the arbitrary label or format of money to dictate our financial decisions in the moment. Overriding deep emotional responses with conscious willpower reliably and repeatedly fails. Beating a psychology you cannot change requires a system that bypasses it entirely. The tactical solution is to execute rational, automated decisions before the emotional context ever exists. This means auto-transferring windfalls the moment they hit your account, or establishing strict portfolio rules before you have gains to gamble with. Building financial guardrails makes your internal psychology irrelevant, ensuring your wealth moves according to logic rather than labels. Identify which of these specific traps, bonus, parallel account, house money, or abstraction, you recognized most in your own behavior, and drop it in the comments to begin disabling it. If you know someone currently saving for a holiday while holding high-interest debt, share this with them. In the next videos of this series, we will break down the psychological mechanics of present bias and the sunk cost trap. I will see you then.